Welcome to PageBlast, the show that invites its audience and the fickle whims of fate to participate in the creative process. Each week your hosts, armed only with their wits, your suggestions, and the roll of the dice will endeavour to complete for you a roughly hewn graphic narrative that is not just any random comic in PageBlast. Yay!
We're here.
D-Man.
We are here.
We are here in the land of PageBlast. After last week's disaster.
What a disastrous week last week. But, you know, just is the situation with this stuff. But, hey, let's just get onto it, eh? Let's get straight into it.
So do you want to explain...
Little Fulu squid chap.
Do you want to explain to
draw?
everyone what happened last week with our little disaster?
Well, we could, but then that would just be a waste of time. Let's just say it works.
Oh, okay. No, but where we are is that we have rolled our dice and we are ready to go. Normally we would roll our genres and stuff like this. We roll a dice and we pick a genre, we pick a location, and we pick a cast and story points. Last week we picked all those stuff and we were ready to go.
We did.
And we had a disaster. So instead of rolling all the stuff again, we were quite happy with the rolls that we got. We were ready to go. But this week we're just going to go straight into it and use the rolls that we had last week.
And do we remember those rolls? I believe.
Do we remember the rolls? That's a good question. We had
a very Lovecraft motif going, that's for sure.
Yes,
everything almost just fell perfectly into place for such a story.
Yep. So here we go. Let's open it up. We rolled horror.
Yeah.
We rolled.
Had a dungeon.
We had a dungeon.
I can't read your second one. Is that Psycho?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. It's misspelt Psycho or something. I can't remember what we wrote there.
We had a farm. We had an aggressive investigator and a timid doctor.
That's right. That's perfect. That's exactly it.
Yes. So I wonder what it was that we could have rolled. Let's have a look at our genre page. It was psychedelic. That was the word.
Okay.
So it must have rolled a 3. So let's go back. So haven't really thought about this at all beyond last week. Been a little bit busy. So I guess we've got I'll keep this page here. So I'll merge those two layers so we don't lose them. They're not fresh in our minds. Okay, and so we're starting on a farm, and it's a psychedelic horror. Oh, if it's going to be horror, let's get an appropriate. We've got the appropriate music.
Space. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go for bloody.
Ah, yeah, nice.
Is that good for horror?
It is.
It's a little.
Indeed.
The chroma key doesn't look great there, does it? Not very happy with that. Okay. So, let's
Shall
go.
We get
let's
page
get drawing.
One going?
Yep. So I've already drawn
Let's
up a
do
panel here. So we will do
so
our live
shall we
comic.
start with a panel with a farm?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yes, indeed.
Some kind of medium long. Out in somewhere in the middle of nowhere, isolated.
What kind of barn should I do? They have these. Don't normally do a looking down shot. I'm not sure if this is what these barns look like either. That's the problem.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Okay, which way does shadow go? We'll make the shadow go this way. And they sometimes have these things that stick out. Actually, if it's horror, let's do a shadow coming this way. Oh, I've got my wrong eraser on. So yes, we've got a psychedelic horror. We have investigator. Have we done this? Is this the right way to start? I wonder. Because where's the investigator coming from? He's going to be coming from the big smoke. Decided it was going to be quite a Lovecraftian story. Oh, did we have a story beat? Did we have a story beat? Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at our beats. No?
We
don't.
didn't have one, so let's roll that.
Let's get that roll happening.
Story. Okay, so what's it going to be? The 12-sided die. That's a 20-sided die, and...
Birth. Oh no, the birth of
birth.
Well done.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so it's pretty funny how this random stuff just works. Sometimes we get disastrous ones, but you know, the fickle hand of fate is not that cruel, really. You know, it's
right. So page 1 is going to be all about the birth.
Yeah.
The birth of some creature inside this.
Yeah.
Inside this amazing looking shed that you've got.
Yeah. So something's going on behind this. Should I make some haystacks? I don't know what haystacks look like in this.
Can I
one
see
of these.
the panel?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. There we go.
Thank you. Ah, what's happening there? I don't know if you can hear my little atmosphere.
I can hear your sound effect, and it's quite loud.
Oh, is it? Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, so what horrors are going on inside this? Loop
happening.
Inside this thing, and we've got faith is one of the things. So obviously we're going to have some ritual going on, right? It's
some kind of occultism.
Yeah, and it's going to be a cult, and something's being born. And shall we just have the investigator rocking up straight away and cut a long story short?
Sure.
I'm going to make this barn smaller.
He could be looking over the cliff at the barn.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually. Although I don't like that view of the barn, so I'm going to just ditch it. Although we're going to try and be quick, aren't we? We're trying to be quick. So, it's always this first panel that takes the longest, isn't it? So, let's put a little crowd of people going into the barn, shall we?
Yeah, okay.
They're all flocking in.
He's obviously arrived at the right time.
Yeah. And they're all... And they've got... And they've got flames. Let's have them have flames here. They're going into the barn. And yeah, let's do as you say. It's a great idea. Put this investigator up. We've done these. We've used a lot of tropes in PageBlast, and we often just we're not really that original. But what is original? I had someone actually say it the other day that there is nothing original. The only original things are new combinations of unoriginal
New combinations
stuff
of the
same
things that
old
are done.
stuff. So most stories are the same old stuff anyway. So if we just combine randomly these ingredients, then maybe we will come up with something interesting. That's what PageBlast is all about, isn't it? D-Man.
Yeah.
It's finding
Finding
going up against
the absolute internal
random
levels of these themes and just making a version of it.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, because we're dealing with another horror story with the tropes of mystery and all this classic kind of setup of, what is going on, what are we about to look into, what kind of journey are we about to take. And Lovecraft was certainly, I think, a little bit ahead of the times with this kind of thing. And can always be expanded upon.
That's I think we're going to need some more space in this. So what I'm going to do
It's
is
a nice big wide panel, isn't
it's
it?
a bit too big and wide for this as yet. I'm going to compress it and get another panel out of it. Why not? So that's be our first panel for the moment, and let's make a new one here. Oh, not like that, but like that.
What I'm trying to play is a little bit too quiet.
All right. Okay, next frame. I like your creepy music you've got here, D-Man.
I'm just experimenting as we go through this.
All right, so Shelley, he's going to run down to the his position there is a bit. Where is it? Where's his frame? Okay. The investigator. He's aggressive, so let's have him run down as fast as he can to see what's going on. Just putting new layers in here. Okay, so he's going to peer into the door, I think. Let's get him.
We're looking through his binocs.
Well, he was, but now we're getting closer now. So
right.
He's going to come up right to the door.
Are the cultists robed?
And the cultists are robed. And there's something being born. Because that's our first thing. We've got to make that happen right now, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put a... Here's the robusts. Robusts? They're all gathered around the...
What was that? The robusts?
Yeah, the robusts. Okay, a little bit rough, but we're going to try and do this quick. Okay. And if it looks like a good, interesting enough story, maybe we'll work it up into something else.
What's being born here?
What is being born? Shall we roll a dice to see
what kind of creature gets born?
Yeah. Do we what criteria do we have? Can we?
We've got a very basic one, which is usually the most difficult one to make work, and
I think my backgrounds are too dark here. It looks
very
dark.
I'm
just going to go back to blue, okay? Because
all right. Well, red was cool, but it was a bit tricky to go over.
It was just a bit. No, it just looks a bit. It looks a bit dark. Let's have a look.
Well, Mr. Castle, we have kept our dice rolls from last week. We've got a horror psychedelic color outer space situation going on, and we've got a theme of birth on the first act. So it's all totally pointing. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. That color. So it's all pointing beautifully
very dark
towards
to me.
a classic Lovecraft story.
I'm going back to blues. Sorry.
We've got an investigator that's looking down at a old barn. Maybe try a desert color. Try a desert color, little Cthulhu man. Little Cthulhu squid man.
Okay.
Yeah, can probably darken it a bit if you can. So yeah, we've got this investigator that's just witnessing a whole bunch of cultists move into this barn. The theme's birth. It's just been very lucky dice rolling actually to get the ultimate classic horror episode up. We've had a few horror episodes in the past. They're all very mishmashy. This one seems to be just completely straightforward. It's been great.
It does. It does seem very straightforward. I'll just put some... Okay.
It goes to show how you can really set up a basic horror outline and then just start working through to make certain things complex but not too difficult to ignore. Lovecraft has been complex many times, mainly in detail of monstrosity and psychology, but in the end it all pretty much just boils down to complete insanity, which makes it so damn interesting. I think we could pull that off here, hopefully.
So
today
we're going to have some kind of high priest. Let's give him some kind of thing on his head. Some kind of...
Remember, we have we have another lazy doctor, don't we? Or what kind of doctor did we have?
No. Did we? We had a timid...
Oh, no, we had some kind of...
Was it a timid doctor? Ah, yeah, right.
Okay.
That
was one of the characters.
All right, that's a good point. Let's... Maybe he's...
So
this guy's got the doctor with him. It could be either... I'm thinking he's either held captive...
He's easily frightened.
Kept captive by these people who have got the doctor to check out the monstrosity when they're born to see if it's healthy.
And he's not exactly looking forward to it.
No.
He's timid. He's a bit concerned.
Well, he's basically a hostage, isn't he? Of some degree.
He is. It's not good.
To some degree.
Something that the ancient ones absolutely love when you bring them.
All right. Okay, let's put a hand in the air like this. Okay, this is looking like something's happening. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, we were going to roll for a monster, weren't we?
We're going to roll for whatever's going to be birthed.
Okay. What do we have in our criteria?
Let's go to our characters. It'll be character. We've got quite a few. From our first, an aggressive, or a timid, a depressed, a confused, a cocky, and angry. This will be an interesting creature, whatever it becomes.
Well, we don't have enough...
quite a few.
Well, okay. But they're all human-looking characters.
What I might do is take out investigator from this role. Actually, I might leave it in case there's some kind of demon investigator that pops out of this.
We could just put a list of another little list of animals up as well.
I was thinking of replacing some of these ones now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like instead of an assassin, I might put lizard.
Oh, well, let's just make another little list of animals. I know. And
so should they be animals? They don't have to be animals. I mean, you can always resurrect any kind of being.
Let's just roll number 10 first. Let's roll what it is. It's going to be... Okay, Kind of
Oh,
hoping
it didn't
for
change the character when I changed
kind
it.
of hoping for glamorous. Oh, jolly. Okay. Well,
Okay, it's going to
gonna
be a jolly.
jolly,
Oh, this will be interesting.
and whatever we get, we'll work with it. It can't be an investigator. We're discounting that. That's not going to happen.
Okay. He could have been his brother.
0.
Okay. 0 was 10, so that's a warrior. Ooh, a jolly warrior.
Great.
A jolly ancient warrior.
That'll do. I just couldn't go with investigate. So that's one of our little rules, isn't it? That
Yeah, we don't.
if we don't have to, its double beats aren't
Yeah.
that acceptable. Okay, so
it's a jolly warrior.
a jolly
What kind of warrior? In ancient times, how ancient are we talking now?
Oh, there's no what we've got here. It could be
monstrosities.
It could
go
be
beyond
anything. It could be.
time.
It could be mono. It could be 2020.
See?
And does he birth it? You know what you know what would be really cool, if they birth this jolly warrior out of the back. Oh, maybe if I actually went to the page.
We got that panel now on the bottom left.
We could actually birth it out of like a cow or something. That would be pretty cool. A goat, a full-grown,
pulling it out of its
full-grown jolly warrior out of the back end of a goat.
So he falls out of the goat's thing.
I'm not sure how to handle that. Let's have a look. How to do this tastefully. Because
it's not going to be tasteful, that's for sure.
How to do this?
No matter what. There's no such thing as tasteful Lovecraft. It's impossible. We need to make.
Well, this is our own. This is our own thing, so it's a take on that.
It's a take.
But I know. We do the goat in here. I don't know how to draw a goat. Okay. I had to choose a goat, didn't I? Goat.
Ooh. Goats are great, aren't they? They've got that basic look.
Sideways eyes. Eyes go sideways. Okay.
Classic demon look.
They're very, very friendly and charming creatures, though.
Yes, and we eat them too.
Although they're a little bit gristly. A little bit fatty.
He's a big, chubby goat.
It's going to give birth to
expel.
a jolly warrior in a second.
Yeah.
Let's move it over a bit. The doctor. This is where the vet comes in.
Yep. The timid doc is going to
he's a
hand rear the jolly warrior out of the demon goat.
Did you say hand rear? Well,
what he's doing? He's checking it out. Where's the warrior?
Are we going to
Where's this jolly chap?
He's about to hand rear the jolly warrior.
Oh man, let's see this happen.
He's going to actually. I'm gonna just have him look over his shoulder, a little bit timid. Oh, I've got someone asking me what this is. Okay. Okay, just 1 second. I will just explain to someone here. Not okay.
He's definitely looking a little concerned, isn't he?
Yep.
Wondering whether this is a good idea. Shall we do this? Shall we hand rear this ancient warrior?
Yes. What would James
from this
Herriot...
creature's butt?
What would James Herriot say about this? I'll put his little doctor's bag here.
Yep, there we go. Doc bag. Well, birth's certainly taken care of in this first page. So our new panel will consist of the Jolly Warrior himself. Or itself. Let's make it an it.
Yes, yes. Ah, yes, indeed. Indeed. What's... okay, I'll just... copying the link. Give it to... Okay. Let's get on with this. Sorry for that delay, peoples.
Right.
Can't have the bag. This is a terrible drawing. It's a terrible drawing.
That's not too bad.
The goat's not too bad, but what's going on here? Oh god.
It's looking all right. I like it.
Okay.
Just get a bit of background and be right.
Yeah.
All touch upable later.
Terrible
Yes, they're all
layout.
waiting around. They can stay all shadowy. The chaps in the background,
That's
all keen.
This is dreadful stuff. Okay. Anyway, maybe I'll just okay, just get on with it. We've got to move ahead. Okay. Looking creepy. And now let's show the investigator again. Just looking shocked, shall we?
Yep. Can he see into the barn with his binoculars? Has he moved closer?
Oh yeah, he's right at the barn now. Here we go.
Okay.
That's him there. I don't know what's happened to my thing here. My border is looking dodgy. Okay. There you go. Something went wrong. Okay. The aggressive investigator, which is this frame. Oh. Now, I'm going to have to do a line cross because he's looking around the edge of the barn.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we should have indicated some way of...
Did he have a hat?
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe we should give him a hat.
Give him the classic 1920s hat. Indiana Jones hat.
The Akubra, or maybe more of a slightly... whatever that is. That looks like a bucket hat, but but it's a hat.
Bucket hat.
But no, here we go. That one, like you say. We're keeping
You
it
could have a cap.
band on it. Okay, now
You could have a derby or a Homburg or a fedora. Fedora might work. Here we go. I'll pull up a quick reference of hats.
oh, he's not wearing a beanie. Okay, he's aggressive, so let's give him an aggressive kind of thing. He's looking around with his rather crappy hands here.
Looking around. What on earth is he about to see happen?
Okay, so actually that panel could be even narrower, couldn't it? Let's just move him in here and move this panel right up. So come on now. Good. And the last is the birth. It's a warrior. It's a jolly warrior. So it's just when things are born, they're normally pretty jolly anyway.
Well, they freak out, don't they? I don't know if that would be considered
Oh,
jolly.
okay, they cry. They cry, don't they?
They cry, they scream. A doctor slaps them on the ass. Maybe.
Okay, so I could have the... let's go back to the hunched over and just drag out the tension a little bit on this, because I'm feeling it. As the goat slumps over and maybe dies, we'll cover up the horrors of what's happening with the back of his head here. As I have to have some kind of horrible thing happening on the ground down here. Awful amounts of yes, awful amounts of what
It's going to be a difficult process, this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a that's my sound effect. You got any? I've got one. Okay, so that's more, yeah. Let's have a lingering priest here. Or what do you call these guys in the sect?
He's trying.
Oh, no. All right, so the tension... And that's the page. Didn't do the birth yet. So should we actually show it on this page, or did really big reveal? A really big reveal on the next page.
Yeah, I think we can probably do a big reveal on the second page and then give it another thing.
Okay. We kind of really did three panels of the same thing, but maybe this panel is wasted. This panel is wasted. How's the time? We've got a minute to go. Go.
Well,
I'm
we've
gonna.
got a little extra. We had extra time, but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the back haunches again. Okay. and then maybe actually even like this. Okay. And then the horror on the face of the doctor.
What can you see in there, Doc?
What are you delivering onto this planet?
Oh, yeah, that's more like it. The birth.
Okay.
What's that spiky bit coming from the goat's butt?
This bit here?
Yeah. Ah, it's his little tuft. Okay.
Or her,
Tuft tail.
as she's at
Little
birth.
tuft of tail.
Okay, goats, what have you brought forth? Okay. That's next page. That's
Next
one
page.
page.
Let's roll the dice.
Okay.
Roll the dice for this birth to meld into this.
Mm-hmm.
This theme. Story beat.
Story. Here we go.
Okay. D20.
Faith.
Ooh.
It's faith again.
That makes sense.
Well, okay. No.
They have
This
faith
time
in a
we
jolly
will
warrior.
we will accept the call on that one, because even though it's a double beat, it's quite appropriate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's draw up a panel. Hallelujah. I think just a really big one here, because I can see this story being quite short, I think, this week.
It's looking good. We just need to see this warrior now.
Yeah,
For
there's
this.
a big reveal.
Should be the first panel.
Something's wrong with my lines here, but we don't have time to muck around. The frames, can't see my frame. What's wrong with my frame?
Has it been overtaken by the atmospheric yellow moving
No,
GIF?
it just doesn't seem to have the right line attached to it. And you know why? There it is. I'll do the same to this one. Some reason things happen, and that's darker now, so anyway, we'll go with that. Make it a bit wider, and let's get drawing. Oh, that's not right. Technical difficulties are my favourite thing.
That one's come up, that middle line streak.
But it's not our regular. It's not a regular line, is it? It's just not selecting it. Come on now. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so holding in the air is a little baby warrior.
Baby jolly warrior.
Well, I think it's going to grow really quickly. I'm going to make it have goat legs.
Yeah.
And a little baby head.
Goat horns.
Oh, and goat horns, yes. But it's got to have more to make it weird, doesn't it? So let's make it weird.
Tail might be longer. Behold. And all the worshippers will be on their knees bowing.
Let's just obscure the face for now. It is horror after all. And a big lizard tail. How about that? So make it
Like a goat
more,
dragon.
Yeah, with tentacle.
Yeah, give it a tentacle feel. A tentacle look. Nice. Awesome. What a little beastie. Maybe he could be dripping with all that
goop, yeah.
Goop. Goat goop.
Oh, that looked not quite right. Oh. And the high priest is very happy. That's his cackle.
Look at him.
Let's just do some drama around here.
Yeah. Some visual effects.
You know what? I think the aggressive investigator is going to, just because he's so aggressive, and this is feeling a bit of an old-fashioned story, and
he's going to pull his gun out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's just going to pull his gun straight out. He's not. He's like, what the? And you know what's going to happen? It's going to hit the priest. Is that time up?
No. That's the wrong thing. That's all. Keep going. I'm looking for enlightenment here. A sample that could represent enlightenment, and that one certainly did not.
Right. Okay. Well, we have a frame. Okay, that's let's move on to the next one, which is our investigator pulling out the gun. We can go to a close-up on this guy now, can't we? Actually see the guy. Let's give the panel a bit more thickness here. Oh, that's all it was. I can fix this one too. Come on. Select it now.
Oh.
And his funny hat. actually, let's go closer. Haven't really got a face for this guy. Let's give him a bit of a...
Bigger nose. He's seen a bit of combat in his time. Oh.
He looks too much like the other doctor.
Yeah, he's not looking too happy now, is he? It's like, what on earth is this? This fiendish sight.
I'm gonna just go straight for the aim, I think. So can I maybe I have to angle his eyes more like this, bring the gun right out. I can't draw guns. I should have learnt my gun drawing. Okay, they have another thing under here, and then they have... He's got a revolver. He's got a revolver. He's got a revolver here.
A revolver. Oh, what's gonna happen?
It's a very small looking revolver. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Oh. Select and make big.
Yeah, there we go.
In fact, that's... I'd really like to put that outside. I'm gonna actually X and then go outside the frame on this guy. V. Oh, whoops.
Whoop.
X. V. Here we go. That's good. Alright. Oh, for some reason I cut every layer. That was weird. That's weird.
Should have underlapped it, shouldn't it?
That's cut out of from the wrong panel. Okay. And then we'll just go back to that layer and finish the drawing off here. All a bit rough, but you know, let's get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Why, you dirty Satan worshipping... Oh no, it's not going to be Satan, is it? It's going to be some more bizarre kind of thing, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's going to be beyond that.
Yeah.
And he's been waiting on that hill for a while, hasn't he? You can tell.
Yeah, probably. I have no doubt. He's... okay. So this whole panel is a little bit of a weird size. So I'm going to try and make it fit in to something. Or maybe I should just make it bigger. And
well, it's a dramatic moment.
Yeah, that looks better. That does, doesn't it?
How about We have, because this is a faith page. This is the page that's on faith.
Ah,
Maybe we had the worshippers in that top panel and have him enter at the bottom panel as a finale for that.
explain
Kind of like
again.
faith clashing.
Could you say that again, please?
So you get the worshippers in the room,
Yeah.
put them in the panel you've got now,
Yeah.
the top panel.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm listening.
To get the art down.
Yeah.
And once this panel's complete, we
Oh,
can shift it down
okay.
to the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. So, and this panel here, switch this one to the bottom page
That's right.
for another cliffhanger, right? And
Yes.
then put all the worshippers all going praise be.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Great. That's great.
And let's see if you can do it within a minute.
Have I got a minute to finish this page? Wow, that was a.
Never rush an artist, ever.
What do you got against? What do you got against Russian artists?
No, never rush an artist. Work. I have absolutely
I
nothing
know.
against Russia.
I know what you said. I know what you meant.
They're awesome. They make some of the best computer games in the world, that's for sure.
Right.
So these worshippers.
All right. New panel. Let's go for a new panel. An entire frame up here in 1 minute. Praise be. For some reason I've got the wrong size frame again. There you go. That's what's going wrong.
Hey, time's up, but that's all right. We'll let you off. No punishment today.
No punishment. Actually, that would be an interesting thing to add to the PageBlast is a punishment. But I think you should get the punishment. How about that?
Me too, yeah. I should get the punishment for not helping enough. For being too laid back, I think. I'm a little bit laid back today. I don't know why. A bit too lazy-minded. It's because I didn't have a good sleep last night. I had a bit of Cthulhu action in my dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds disturbing.
I ate a whole tub of Pringles before I went to bed late at night. And it wreaked havoc in my insides.
Oh, I see. Right.
And I had all kinds of strange dreams and hiccups and
you'll be giving birth to a weird tentacled.
There was quite a birth indeed.
Oh no, that's already happened.
Put me off.
Oh dear. Okay.
That was a birth at 5 in the morning.
This is it? Oh no, this sounds like oversharing to me.
Oh, there was indeed a mishap. A late morning, early morning, late night mishap.
Maybe we should actually have this thing grow even in this panel here. So
yeah, good idea. So I guess it's growing in real time. Oh.
This is tentacle 1.
Now investigators just had enough. He can tell what's about to happen.
And then I'm going to actually add another tentacle. And even another. So I'm back on this one quickly. I'm going to have the emergence of a tiny second tentacle just here, so that we get the idea that you can have.
It's building up.
Some more tentacles. Maybe another one just out of here.
Yeah, there we go. sort of just coming out of his back, is it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Maybe another one just out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's looking like something's happening, isn't it?
It certainly is, and I think we can do Act 3, which we know what that's going to be now. We're going to have to attach some form of action thing to it.
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't know what it's going to be. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, let's
see what the dice says.
I'm just going to put them all in the folder here. Create folder.
You can clear up the gun. Save. The gun being all ghosty in the panels there, with the lines going down the middle of the pipe.
Yeah, this is... Okay, let's go to the story, and surprise, what is it going to give us? What's it going to give us?
We can't roll faith again, and we can't roll birth.
Okay.
Well, we can't roll faith or birth. Let's roll anything but those two. Injury. Well, that's certainly going to be happening.
Injury, you say?
That's most definitely going to be the absolute... The whole third page is going to be delivering injuries all over the place, I think.
Oh, no.
Injury. Okay, injury. Everyone gets
Well, that's injured. Okay. Injury. That's fantastic. So,
maybe he gets injured, but everyone else dies.
How are we going to end this thing?
Well, we can go all out action.
Well, we'll start with the injury. We'll start with the injury and get that out the way anyway, because injury be good for this moment. It's perfect.
Maybe this octo goat creature does an incredible amount of damage all over the place, and everyone gets injured.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, so he fires, but it's that's not what we want to happen. He fires, shoots the... Let's do a long frame, shall we? And I think it could actually get psychedelic here, because we haven't really got psychedelic yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
We've definitely got the horror, and we've got the farm.
Now's our chance to go psychedelic, injury, action, horror.
Yeah,
everything.
Exactly. So first of all, I'll have the shooting. He'll drop the bebe. So let's do this guy shoot. Let's do a long... okay. Oh, I might need another page for this. Actually, we should go back and go blam on the last one, okay? Go blam right here, okay? What do you think?
Let's go blam.
That's that one. Okay, so that gets us out of that issue. We can jump in time because we've only got a little way to go, and it'd be fun to go all out on this. Hey, so over goes the high priest. Dropping the baby. With the tentacles that are now like really emerging, right?
all the excitement, he would have dropped the
That's-
baby, right?
Yeah. This is quite horrible. It doesn't look like much, that picture, but what we've only got. How are we going for general time?
Ooh. Oh, not bad.
We should have a better countdown that actually gives us TikTok-y warnings and makes it more scary for us to actually have to complete the mission.
We should, because this
and
one keeps
alarms.
resetting every time we change scenes.
Yeah.
So it puts it kind of a little bit out of whack.
Oh, well,
to
every
say the
time we change scenes, that's okay, because we normally go to a new story beat when we, which is a new page. So that's okay, but it's not threatening enough. It's not ominous enough for me to be aware that I'm running out of time. Just build the tension on Blast page. Blast. What's this thing called that we do? PageBlast.
What's this? PageBlast. We've forgotten the name of our show.
Okay, that took far too long.
So it's escaped from his arms. It's done a big spike through his chest. Is that right? Or is that the bullet?
No, that's the bullet.
Take?
That's the bullet. That's
Yeah,
the bullet.
okay. Yeah.
That's the bullet. Let's make a better layout. Okay, it's better layout. I'll make this guy bigger in the foreground. Drop the baby. Okay, enter D. Just add some more back in here. Okay. They're all turning and spinning and seeing this guy. We seem to have run out of horror music. We've gone to a sort of a synthy sci-fi.
Bit of wind, a bit of background wind. But we definitely should have some kind of dramatic thing. I'm trying to find them all. It's quite tricky here in the library. It's all here. It's all over.
Oh, you know what I missed out? See, this is what happens now. Oh, brutal. And the crowd, it's a crowd of all these guys in the room. And then I'll put the PI or the investigator here, just to
Aha. He's definitely wrecked the party, hasn't he?
yeah, he's spoilt this dude. Did we what was the story beat? We had injury. That's
His
it.
injury. Yeah.
Injury. Well, there's going to be all
Also
sorts of
the
sorts of
outright finale.
injuries going on here.
Yep. There's one way to break up the party. Is to shoot. To start shooting.
Not sure about this whole picture that I've done with the perspective and where is the door. Oh, and what happened to the doctor? He's just timid.
Well, he was timid. He probably just ran out of there.
Right. He's still frightened. I should have given him glasses. Because that's not stereotypical at all. Okay. In fact, you know, we could reveal that all these guys have tentacles too.
Very good. Very good. Anything this thing touches receives a brand new addition to their organic physique. So I hope he's brought extra bullets.
Yeah, I don't think he's really thought this through. Maybe he didn't realise that they were all fully tentacled.
Yeah.
Because we certainly didn't.
That's it.
How are we going to end this? Oh my God.
What a riot this barn's turned out to be. How are we going to end this? Okay, yeah. Well, these things have now sprouted all over the barn.
Yep.
And he's probably going to wonder why, if this was a good idea.
And
just going guns blazing, but his emotions took over.
Let's just do another page of the horror, shall we?
Uh-huh.
Hang on, what have I done? That's in there.
Another panel, you mean? Because it's page 3.
Yes, did I say panel? I meant page, I meant panel. Okay, that goes in there. Can I erase what?
The look on his face, he's just absolutely nailed it in the last one anyway, so we don't need it. I'm roughly thinking out loud, of course. Is that's still one big panel above?
Yeah, I'm going to have because this one's the warrior. I'm going to have
Is that the doorway where he's standing above? Okay.
That above, yeah, it is. It's very badly drawn, I know.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to picture it.
I'm going to have this.
This is the warrior now?
This is the tentacle
jolly warrior.
Oh, the jolly warrior. He doesn't look too jolly yet. No. But, yeah, good point.
Maybe they're just jolly all the time.
Hang on a second.
See it as absolute horror.
Here we go.
He's dancing. He's excited. He's happy. Everything's just going out of control now. All in his favour.
This is exactly what he wanted. It's exactly what he's growing now, but he's growing. So.
That's exactly right. Look at that.
Make it look more creepy.
He's not looking safe, is he?
It's not someone you really want to be involved with. That's one. Hang on. Tentacles.
Yeah, it looks great. I like him. Or it. It's an it. It has no gender. Look at it. The teeth.
Okay.
It's just on in this barn.
It is. It's going. It's kicking
It's just
off.
on.
In fact, the layout should maybe I should give it. Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. Let's give it its own.
Creature's definitely looking great. I like it. Looking like it's about to pounce too, isn't it?
Yep. I don't know. I have this terrible urge to go comedy, and we're not allowed to do that because it's meant to be horror. It's meant to be horror.
Some people do find horror comedy in general.
Well, yes, I agree that they are so close to each other that they are almost,
I think one of my, I've got quite a few all-time favorite horror movies, but one of them is definitely The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh yeah, what a beauty that
There are
was.
moments in that movie that made me laugh, like gut-bustingly laugh out loud. But it's like that test that they were doing to each other with the samples when they're all tied to the chairs.
Uh-huh.
That scene, I burst out laughing, even though it was a horrific scene, a classic and absolute masterfully remembered, forever to be remembered scene. There was a moment or two in there where I just couldn't stop laughing. This is such a great scene. I love it so much that it's meant to be absolutely mortifying. And I think when I saw it as a kid in the cinema, it absolutely was. And it totally freaked me out. But watching it many years later, I started laughing at it. I think this is amazing. This is funny. What's happening here?
We've got like one more panel to think of something to do. Some way of finishing
before the last panel.
Yeah. What this is the second last.
Second last, yeah.
Second last before
the
final
the look
reveal.
on his face when he runs out of bullets.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, let's think. We've got a scenario. We have.
It's only got 6 bullets, maybe 8. Depends on the gun.
Jolly. Okay, let's have the beastie walk right up to now he's really big and he's got heaps of tentacles.
He picks up the investigator and shakes him with joy because he's jolly glad that he's helped his birth.
Yeah, he's walking up to the.
But he injures him in the process.
He's walking up to this guy, who's okay. Let's make the panel just a bit bigger, so you can fit him in. Who is shooting wildly, and nothing's happening.
Yeah. As it would be.
Bang.
Why is it that our comics always end up in some kind of out of control shootout where everything gets destroyed?
Why is it always so violent? It's not me. It's not me. Oh, okay. It's not.
I don't know.
Okay.
Any of us. It's just what happens.
It's definitely I've got a
Could it
problem.
be a?
I'm going to have to see someone about this.
Yeah, could it be just how things happen when?
And why always tentacles? This is something that's also I'm going to have to see someone about it. Doctor, why do I keep drawing tentacles? Oh dear, you're one of those.
Well, maybe
You
you've been touched by the old one.
by the old one. That sounds dreadful.
Well, Lovecraft's a very mysterious chap. He's left a big mark on literature and society in general, and
Yeah, let's blame him. That's what I reckon.
he's just there. He's always there. His spirit lives on in all the art that we see, especially with horror.
You know, if you really want something horrible, it could be one of those horror endings where you don't really get to find out what happened.
Or it's a simple way of saying we just don't know how to end this again. But there's always that last second thing that pops up, isn't there? We're definitely out of time. We've been out of time for a
Are
few
we?
minutes now, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but-
Time's up. It
but-
says it. Okay, last panel.
we can get the last panel in.
Oh, why have we not got the right music? Let's go back to the horror. This is why
Okay.
I've got
What
to get.
have I got here? on this?
No, I've got the music.
I am
playing
roughing
here.
it up, by the way. I'm not really finding a maps library.
Here we go. Back to there. All right. Now, what's it going to be? Horror. And it's the end. This, I just have to really fix one thing up here. Is this guy is so out of proportion.
Yeah, get
Oops.
him into an angle.
Get it right down here. He should only be about that at the most. There we go. That's better. And I'll take this guy's staff away. Don't need it. And while we're thinking of the reveal here, the final reveal, injury. Right?
Uh-huh.
Injury.
We have a jolly warrior, which is this demon creature.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen much jolliness happen just yet. Could he be excited and happy and just be really glad that he's in the world now and just pick the investigator up and hold him up and be jolly with him?
Yeah, he could just like
and he injures the investigator in the process
he could just
by breaking his ribs.
he could just keep on walking and pat him on the head. There you go. Pat him on the head. Walk away.
It's like, keep shooting, buddy. I'm off. I'm out of here. And he skips out. He actually skips off into the sunset.
Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this and have one, 2 frames, 2 panels.
Yeah, 2
Here we
frames.
go.
Yeah.
One like this. And then, where's my panel? Where's my panel thing? Here, and make Go a bit smaller. And one more as he flies off. Into the sky.
There he goes. Pats him on the head and flies off into the... Oh, goodness. Leaves him to deal with all the cultists.
I'll leave that guy out of it. Oh, looks like that's it.
I guess that... Okay, I really liked this one right up to the last few panels, I must say.
But
it
you
just
think we
ended
lost
up
it at the end there?
Completely stupid. But that's all right. Again, there's enough there to build an idea from in the end to extend it.
Well, it does look... This is one of those ones where you'd want to actually ditch this ending, okay? And
when you have like all these very cool basic things that come together and suddenly throw in like a jolly theme into it all, then it becomes a challenge, doesn't it? It's like jolly, okay. We got jolly, we've got injury. Injury is common, but jolly. How do we do jolly here to keep the jolly up because we haven't even started the jolly? And here it is. He pats the investigator on the head, saying kind of like a bit of a thank you for assisting this unleashing of power that I have.
Just for being cute, just for being a cute little human, you know.
Yeah, shooting at me with your useless weapon. I'm otherworldly. That stuff means nothing. It's classic. Off I go. It could be executed in a different manner. Still keep the same thing, though. You know,
you could make it actually quite terrifying. The whole jolliness of it. The fact that the fact that he's just so doesn't care about the human and his concerns. I mean, we just need another page really to be able to get the grins, more of a grin in here.
Well, I guess you'd be having multiple pages branching off these 3 structural pages, so you could literally just have this. You know, you can build up all of these emotions and all of these characteristics as you go. It's there. It's a baby blueprint, but it can be absolutely turned into something else.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
I'm really liking that your bottom left panel a lot.
The bottom left one. This one here with the grinning monster.
Just his big reveal of what he is.
Well, not a lot is really great in this one. This panel is certainly very dodgy.
That one can be
I don't
fixed.
like that at all. Here we go.
We don't need to separate them, but you can definitely have some kind of entry. Yeah. He's come that way.
A creepy tree in the background would be good. Okay. All right. Well, that was it for PageBlast. For another, we need to think of a
another one.
A title for this one, and put it up. And any suggestions?
Have it uploaded, Dieter.
Okay. Well, thanks, D-Man, for
Thank
for
you.
being here for another blast on the of pages.
Always a pleasure.
And
Thanks to Mr. Castle for joining us earlier. Appreciate that. For a quick check-in, see how we're going with our show.
All right.
As we build it, as we continue to build it.
All right,
and
then.
I also am happy that the tech went okay then as well.
Yeah, it must have been. It must have been the browser.
The browser updates and things like that. Yeah,
the browser had a fault with how it used the GPU, and it maxed out everything.
Great havoc.
Alrighty, well, thanks everyone. And,
cheers.
See you next week.
We sign out.
Yeah, okay. For next Page Blast. Bye.